All right, the National Rifle Association is now suing the city of San Francisco over its decision to designate the NRA a domestic terrorist organization. The NRA calls the city's unanimous approval of this controversial resolution a frivolous insult. RT correspondent John Huddy has more for us on this story from the Miami Bureau. John, what can you tell us?
Well, Manila, the NRA says that San Francisco's Board of Supervisors, basically its city council, if you will, is trying to discriminate against people, according to the NRA, based on the viewpoint of their political speech. Now, the Board of Supervisors, you may recall, unanimously approved a resolution September 3rd designating the NRA a, quote, domestic terrorist organization and calling for the city and county to reassess contracts with businesses that also do business with the NRA. The NRA says that while the designation as a terrorist organization is, as you just said, Manila, a, quote, frivolous insult, the lawmakers' action also poses, according to the NRA, a non-frivolous constitutional threat, and that San Francisco is violating U.S. free speech and association laws. Now, the resolution was sponsored by Supervisor Catherine Stephanie, who is a former prosecutor and also a leader of the group Moms Demand Action for Gun Sense in America. She argues that the NRA uses money, political influence, threats, and even intimidation to promote its agenda. The resolution is written really along similar lines, saying in part that the National Rifle Association musters its considerable wealth and organizational strength to promote gun ownership and incite gun owners to acts of violence and spreads propaganda that misinforms and aims to deceive the public about the dangers of gun violence, end quote. Now, when the resolution was approved, the NRA said that it was, among other things, a distraction from San Francisco's real problems with drug abuse and homelessness. NRA CEO Wayne LaPierre added to that, saying that this lawsuit comes with a message to those who attack the NRA. We will never stop fighting for our law-abiding members and their constitutional freedoms, end quote. Now, the real bite of this resolution, you know, often a resolution is really just a political statement. It doesn't have much teeth. But the teeth in this is, as I previously mentioned, calling on the city and county of San Francisco to reassess business contracts with any companies or businesses or people who also do business with the NRA. So the NRA says that's essentially blacklisting these businesses, and you know, they could, in turn, take a financial hit. Well, that said, San Francisco isn't the only city that's taken aim at the NRA. Lawmakers in Los Angeles and New York State have also tried to pressure businesses to cut ties or at least curb any dealings with the NRA as well. Now, in its lawsuit, the NRA also notes that various courts have sustained First Amendment claims in L.A. and New York, but there remains a great deal of public outcry over the issue of gun violence and specifically the availability of high-powered assault weapons, assault rifles, high-capacity magazines, and calls continue to ban assault rifles that have been met, as we've seen, with fierce opposition and resistance from the NRA and gun lobbyists and politicians. So, you know, don't expect this issue, going back to this lawsuit and, you know, the issue in San Francisco with this terrorist designation of the NRA, don't expect this to go away anytime soon, just like the fight over guns in the United States. Manila, back to you.
Absolutely. John Huddy, thank you.